Hey guys. Uh I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I wanted to talk to you guys about the time that I weirdly and awkwardly and very just creepily confessed love to a girl during a Christian summer camp in the start of my freshman year. So this story dates back to July 8th, 2000, or sorry, no, it was July 5th. It was July 5th, 2022. I guess that day is scarred in my memory forever now of the disasters that were about to unfold. But anyway, I was invited to this summer camp by one of my closest friends, and I arrived at the church camp. And basically how it works is there's 8 teams. There's 8 teams total. Each team has a different bus that they take, and they all ride to the summer camp, and then a bunch of shenanigans go on. You've been to summer camp probably. Well, I got into my bus, and I was on the blue team. By the way, our team lost like every game almost. We were the worst team, but that's irrelevant. But anyway, I got onto the bus, and I obviously, sat next to my best friend, and we were driving our way to the summer camp. And I look into the corner of my eye, and I see someone who's not human. It looked like an angel. It looked like a angel from the kingdom of heaven had descended down to summer camp with us. Like it was almost unbelievable. I was like, it's not mortal. That's not human. But yes, there was this girl there. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna fast forward a couple days. I think it was like on the second night, I believe. I believe it was on the second night. Or actually no, it was the third night. Our team was doing a skit because we had to do these different skits. We did like a Blue Man Group thing. I don't even know. But we had this little coconut. This coconut was our mascot. And I remember at the end of the skit, this random guy in our team just took it and just smashed it on the ground. It just, boom, just went into a bunch of, different pieces. And I took one of the pieces. And I started eating. I started chewing on this festicle of the forest. Why did I do this? I don't know. Maybe I wanted to try coconut. Maybe I wanted to get attention from the girl that was on my team. Maybe I was just a weirdo. That's probably why I am a weirdo. So maybe that's what it was. But I was feasting upon this fruit, and the girl noticed me. And I'll never forget the famous words that she said to me. Is that good? A female specimen, a human being with female chromosomes was speaking to me without me speaking first. What is going on? Like this was an insane moment. This was, at this point, I knew I was the chosen one. Call me Lloyd Garmadon, the Green Ninja. I was the chosen one. I was the Green Ninja. I knew for a fact, oh, she wants to date me. She wants to be my girlfriend, She wants to take my hand and run off into the sunset with me. Oh, I got this thing down. I got this thing under control, So I sparked up a conversation with her, and we exchanged names, and that was that. So that night I went to my bunk, my bottom bunk, and I was like, you know what? I have to tell this girl that I love her. Because what happens? How dare we let this woman leave camp without knowing the feelings that I possess for her? Without knowing how I feel. We can't let that happen. That would be disastrous. We can't allow that. So I devised a scheme. I devised a plan that I was going to execute the following night. on the schedule on the schedule for the next night, which was the last night, each team was playing different games. But the thing was is that you didn't really have to play the games if you like sucked booty at them. You didn't have to play them. You could just kind of watch. So I came up with a scheme, a plan to when she wasn't playing, to pull her aside and talk to her and pour out my emotions for this specimen. That was the plan. And oh my god, I don't even think I slept that night. I was, once your mind starts racing that night, you can't unstop it. I was thinking the entire night about, okay, I'm going to finally tell this beautiful girl that I love her. So fast forward to the night, the time, the day. Fast forward then. It's time. The clock was ticking, and my booty was clenched, and my fears were looming, but I was determined. There were 5 total games that we were going to play. So that means 5 opportunities that I could talk to her. Game 1. Said nothing. Game 2. Nothing. Game 3. I love you. Nope. Game 4. Not a word. I'd underestimated the nervousness I was going to get. I underestimated. I thought, I was thinking the previous night, like, I'm going to walk in like Conor McGregor. I'm going to walk in and just say, hey, babe, hey, give her the little shoulder touch from Spider-Man. Like, hey, I love you. I thought that's how it was going to go. But no. I was a scared little baby. And finally, game 5 came. The 5th game, the last chance, the final opportunity. And I was like, all right, this is it. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that homework assignment that you just don't want to do. But you know that deadline is coming, and by the final minute, you're just like, all right, I got to do it. And so I gathered the adrenaline that I had in me, and I said her name, and she gazed at me. She turned her head. Her eyes met mine in a moment of romanticism, and I did the old, gave her the wave, called her over, and she stepped forward towards me. She took the bait. But if she had known what she was about to hear, she would have seen the trap that Hunter had placed. And she looks at me. She's right next to me. And I say, do you want to know the truth? That's how I started. Literally, that's what I said. Do you want to know the truth? And she's like, yeah. And then, so I ushered her forward. I gave her the, like, come here, even more. And I leaned into her ear. Very close, by the way. Leaned in, and I said, and I quote, I have a fat crush on you. That is exactly what I said. Word for word. Take it to the bank. Okay? Put it on my gravestone. That's what I said. And it was like the world just stopped for a moment. At like a moment of confusion, like what just happened? Like there was a brief pause. And after that pause, she leaned back and she smiled. And she said, thank you. And then walked away. And oh my goodness, I felt like an absolute champion. I was walking out there, my homies behind me like, yeah, I did it. I told a girl that I had a fat crush on her. Let's go. No, it's not really what happened. I felt like a champion. I was telling about some of my friends, but yeah. And then went to sleep that night, and we left the next morning. But she did talk to me a little bit after, so I think we ended on good terms. But yeah, that's how that story happened. So, number 1, don't do that. Don't tell girls that you have a fat crush on them. Don't lust, okay? personality matters more, gentlemen. I have a video, a more serious video that I posted before this. So watch that one, okay? Don't lust. Don't lust. Love someone for who they are, not for their looks. But hey, if the girl is watching this and she sees this video, you know who I am. Comment down below. So, yeah. That's all I really have to say. I don't really know why I made this video. I was kind of thinking about this. I remember I try to be a genuine guy. I try to be serious when I need to. And I try to tell goofy ass stories like these when they happen. And this was certainly one of the goofiest moments of my life. So, yeah, I'll see you guys if I ever feel like making a video again. See ya.